it's another loss. Like, it's sad. Hey, I'm Tash, and I moved from Jamaica and made UK. No, I didn't. I moved from the UK and made Jamaica my home. Like others, we was affected by the hurricane. So I kind of want to tap into a little discussion about the hurricane and probably the after effects. If you've watched my other videos, you'll hear me say, guys, you won't hear me say guys, I'm just addressing these kids because they're making too much noise in the background. Excuse me, I need quiet, please. Can you hear me? I will try and get through this I will try and get through this. I can't even get the words out right now because they've just lost my train of thought. And they're still making noise. They are still making noise. Right, so, if you've watched some of my other videos, Mum Life, by the way, sorry, but I'm here just to be keeping it real. I don't mind editing and stuff, but I'm not trying to edit for perfection. I'm just trying to show you living life in Jamaica, and that involves my kids and that involves disruption sometimes. However, I'm going to continue speaking because they seem to have gone quiet. So if you watch my other videos, you will realise I do say that there's still an impact from the hurricane. The hurricane came, it came. And there was no way of getting out of it where we was, and crops were destroyed. So once the hurricane's over, it's kind of like, I want to swear, but like, what the hell are we gonna do? Sorry, I'm getting a bit carried away with my language there, sorry. But it's like, what are we gonna do? You've got no way to start back your farming. The money you was gonna make has just been swept away by Hurricane Melissa. What do you do? So basically, I was having a discussion with my husband. He's saying, oh boy, you don't want to plant back and whatever because there's the stress of getting fertilizers, this, that, and so forth. So I was saying, like, you've got to go for it. You've just got to do it. Just do it. So he planted, and I always say, one of my friends said during the hurricane, when I was getting panicked, just take it step by step. Just deal with the things step by step. And that's what I kind of said. I said, look, just plant and deal with it as you go along. So fast forward. So crops are ready. And it's like, yes, they're ready now. And I actually can't believe, because that's a fast growing crop. So it takes about 6 weeks. So I'm like, 6 weeks has gone already since the hurricane. So anyway, it's time to reap, which is a good thing, right? And then when you're hearing that cucumbers are selling for $200 a pound, it's like, right, okay, almost back on our feet. We, got a little income, whatever. And then by the time you reap your crop, it's gone down. It's gone down to 80. So there's another child to disrupt me. Gone down to $80 a pound. So then it's like, right, okay, you catch that, but it wasn't what you expected. Then to be told it's gone down to $50 a pound. And it's like, now that is really, really extreme. I feel it's gone down. And then it's like, Tash, they're not selling. Why are they not selling? Because they're in abundance. So it's one of them. It was like, right, okay, let's get some quick money, cucumbers, quick time frame. Let's get this money back as soon as you can. So then you plan, you think it's fast money, but guess what? Everybody's on the same thinking. So many people have planted the fast crop because you've lost everything. You want to get back on your feet. make sense, right? So they've planted the fast crop, and then because everyone's planted it, it's ended up everywhere. So then with it being ended up everywhere, the price has dropped. So when I'm hearing from $200 a pound to $30 a pound, it's just like, what do you do? So even though the crop grew well, it's not selling. It's not even like it's not worth selling. Well, was it worth even planting if it's not selling? But then it's a question of, if you didn't plant it, what would happen if it, you just don't know what's going to happen, so you just had to do it. To the point I was like, right, okay, what can you do? Why don't you make cucumber juice? Why don't you, juice up some cucumbers? You'll make more money. Why don't you do that? And it was just like, it's a good idea, but one, there's no electricity. And when we checked out one of the restaurants, it was like, we're getting cucumbers for free. And I was just like, this is just, there's that much people selling cucumbers that can't sell them, that are ending up having to give them for free, because if they don't, they're just going to rot in the ground, ripen rather than rot. It just shows what Hurricane Melissa has done, and that's why I always bring it back to the care packages, helping why people get back on their feet, because you actually do not know how long it's going to take. I think people probably think, well, you're not back on your feet yet, but this was an opportunity where that could have been the case, and it's not happened. So then there's the, like, what next? Do you know what I mean? You've just used everything you could even think of to use to get started again, and it's another loss. Like, it's sad, and you have to keep moving, but I just don't know how long it is going to take to get back to normality. And I think that's my worry, my concern. When are you going to get back? And like I say, there's people that have not been as fortunate to even start planting back yet. Like, so what does that mean for them? So it's quick wins ain't always a win. I feel like that's a part of farming anyway. So it's not just because the hurricane come and everyone's rushed to plant this crop. That is the give and take in the farming industry, that you will get losses where prices go down because it's in abundance, or you're just so lucky that you've just caught a really good price because you've just managed to plant it at the right time. So if you was ever thinking of coming out here and starting to do farming, it is something to consider. I'm kind of wondering, like, what the solution is to that, but I just feel like it's just consistency and keep going at it, because if that's what you want to do, you just have to keep consistent and keep a flow, and there will be a time where you catch a good price. Yeah, you may have losses and you may have to bear that in mind, but it's just so sad for these farmers right now. I don't know when things will change, but I will definitely keep you updated. I am going to make some cucumber juice myself with some of the cucumbers. I'm kind of holding out. I did go and pick some, but I'm kind of holding out for electricity because I don't want to do it the good old-fashioned way. But I think that was one of the parts of being in Jamaica, to do things the good old-fashioned way. So I shall pick some, and I shall teach the kids how to make the juice without these appliances that we depend on, and show them another way. But yeah, I'm hoping for better days for everybody, and Thanks for watching. There's so much more to come, but I just thought I'd check in with you.